You see on YouTube, you'll see on Twitch when we get back. But we're on Rumble for the next hour or two, and I'll see you guys tomorrow on YouTube. All right. Here we go. How do I got to get off YouTube. Here we go. And peace to the people on the Negotiator channel. Love y'all too. All right, that's off, and that's off. All right, perfect, cool. All right, we're only on Rumble right now, yo. So this was kind of interesting, in a sense. Bandman Kevo, 3 million. Let me see. Bandman Kevo, he says he needs a big-ass check because apparently a bunch of people are now getting liposuction surgery. So the numbers have came out that it says apparently in the last year, over 1.3 million men are now getting their ab etch-a-sketched, okay? They're all, suck a little, from I spoke to a doctor. They say most of these abs you're seeing, they're using thigh fat. So they get it from the inner thigh, and they'll carve out a fat. They'll carve out like some abs and some pecs. And I asked why they get it from the thigh. They said usually with men who have gained weight, unless you on some other shit, they said men usually don't have like a lot of like fat in your ass. But your thighs, they get it from there. They start putting some other places. I asked them, they said the stomach fat, they don't really it's kind of weird. Anyway, this is what he said. He says, they laughed about me getting lipo and acted like nobody would do it. Well, where the hell did 1.3 million people come from after people knew I did it? These doctors need to come with the big check. By the way, I'm not going to lie. You know how they did that thing with 50 Cent and they put him as like the cover of this penis enhancement surgery, which he said he never got, and he sued the company? If I'm a company that's giving dudes the Etch-a-Sketch body, I would give Bandman Kevo a hefty check to make him the poster child. He's one of the people that broke the taboo in saying, yo, this isn't out the ordinary, and I'm also going to be mad transparent. He was so transparent with it. So I do believe he definitely deserves some type of check. He should be the endorser of some company that's doing it. Let me see. BBL. I don't know why they keep calling it BBL, though. Liposuction. Let me see. Yeah, I seen it here. So here's the article. It says, America booming secret. Oh, my God. Let me put it on the edge. Right here. So it says America's booming secret, right? It says the male plastic surgery. Hold on. Sorry. Male plastic surgery industry reveal 1.3 million men in America are getting BBLs, lipos, and ab implants. I wonder why they're saying BBLs. Because I know it's funny to say that Bandman Kevo got a Brazilian butt lift. That's what a BBL stand for. Like, he didn't get a BBL. What he got was, I think it's an ab implant and lipo. A BBL is like, why would a dude want a Brazilian butt lift? Like, come on, bro. Like, unless you're trying to attract Lil Nas X, that costs up to $4,000 each year in what been dubbed the daddy do-over. More men have been getting the surgery, liposuction, facelifts, and BBLs. Rapper Bandman Kevo spoke publicly about getting several plastic surgery. He claims getting his face and body tweak is hip-hop's biggest secret. They said there's been a silent surge in male surgeries over the last 20 years and what some experts have dubbed the daddy do-over trend. They said suggests 1.3 million are going on the knife for liposuction, nose jobs, breast reduction. Why do they make it sound so moist? Breast, like a guy getting a breast reduction? Like, come on, bro. Like, and even Brazilian butt lifts. Like, see, this is why dudes don't do it. If it was just lipo don't sound crazy. But if you get surgery and a nigga gonna say you had a BBL, like, bro, it just kind of shames you, like you're a hoe. Right? Social media is awash with rumors that celebrities like Liam Payne and Simon Cowell got facial tweaks after sporting radical physical transformation, but few famous men have publicly admitted to having a surgery. Dr. Matthew Del Maru, a plastic surgeon at NYC, told Daily Mail that while many female celebrities proudly flaunt the results of their procedures, a taboo still exists among men. He estimates that 15% of the patients at his Manhattan clinic are men, a number that continues to rise every day. Some men have not been put off by the stigma. However, last June, Chicago rapper Bandman Kevo went viral for announcing his recent plastic surgery. Okay, this was the pre-op and post-op, I guess. He took to Instagram last year to unveil abdominal and waist liposuction as what the hell? As well as his why do they keep calling this a Brazilian butt lift? Look, Kevo, like, I know it sounds funny to say, but I'd be very upset if they keep saying I got a BBL. Like, oh, dog, even the way the BBL rolls off the tongue, pause, just doesn't sound like some stuff a man should get. Like, yeah, I think he did get waist liposuction, and he did some ab stuff, right? But why are they saying he got a Brazilian butt lift? Like why? The daddy do-over is a play on the term mommy makeover. Wait, let's see if, for men, the goal is to get rid of the dad bod. Okay? Let me see. So this is Kevo on words. He said, I was working now and still couldn't lose my stomach fat. I was 284 before, now I'm 220. He said I had them take fat from everywhere to form my shit, my lower back, my legs, everywhere. Everything was weird about my body because I weighed 284. He received backlash from fans, but stated it's a trend that isn't being talked about. Most rappers ain't going to tell you the sauce. By the way, I think that's true. Also, Lil Duval, was it Lil Duval? He said, let me see. I posted on my page. Somebody said, like, they commented about, oh, shoot, I got to log into this shit. I could just go another one. They commented saying, yo, who do y'all think is like the first rapper to do it? Because there's been people that have done it, they just never admitted it, right? They said Kevo's not the only person getting plastic surgery. They said One Direction member Liam Payne went under the knife, right? And they're saying his face looked more angular and chiseled, which led to rampant speculation he went through what's been called a buccal fat removal, okay? Let's see if we can find it. Liam Payne, before and after. And I think this is going to be what they're calling his surgery. Let me see. Is it this? Okay. So this is like an example. I think he used to look like this. He used to look like one on the right, and now he looks like the one on the left. And what they're trying to say is that, like, for example, I have a very fatty cheek, right? Like you know, shit, even at, like, you know, my skinniest, my cheek is always fatty. So you wouldn't necessarily see my cheekbone pop with my, like, you know, and apparently that's a look that everybody's going for. The cheekbone pop and the skin kind of going down to the chin. He seems to have kind of like a little fatty cheek as well. And by the way, sometimes that has nothing to do with your body weight. That's just how your face is. For whatever reason, you have more fat cells or fat tissue that's in the lining of your jaw, but it robs you from having that supposedly more, it's the more desired look. So they're saying that he may have done what's it called? A buccal fat removal. So they took out fat out of his cheek. Now his cheek is thinner, so it falls over the bone and looks more chiseled, which, like, I guess that might be like I don't get this shit, but anyway. The reason why I'm saying I don't get it is because, you know, and since my boy, like Andrew Schultz, because he was kind of mentioning this too on his podcast. It was just like, yo, you know, for the longest time in history, dudes who might be undesirable. And what I mean by undesirable, like, let's say that women all want a six-pack. Like, there's more beautiful women who are aiming for looks than men. Like, men, we usually say, bro, as long as I'm not the ugliest nigga around, if I get the bread, I'm good. And I still think that matters a lot. You know, people definitely care about, your lifestyle and your pockets more than they care about your looks. Like women have, and this is why women are so special. They're just kind of, they've been bred to know, if you're with the baller, you don't give two fucks about his age as much. You also don't give a fuck about, if he's the cutest in the sense of whatever women view beauty as. And number three, like you're still attracted to him, right? So I've seen women be attracted to these things because their triggers are different than ours. Ours is straight beauty, you know what I mean? Like we don't give a fuck if you could have a nice car, but if you got a flat ass or you're fat, like, you know what I mean? Dudes usually are less forgiving. Now, the reason I bring that up is that these guys we're talking about who are doing it, I'm not talking about Kevo, but I'm talking about, like, say, Liam Payne, right? Like, you're already rich. You're also already well-known. And you probably don't have a problem getting women. So why would you be trying to achieve whatever heights of a beauty standard when historically men's beauty standard has never been facial features? And when I mean beauty standard, I'm talking about attraction features, right? Like, you know what I mean? You could attract a woman faster with a nice car and having money in your pocket more than you can by looking good in whatever stand they have. Like, if you don't believe it, look at the bitches y'all are dating if you think you look good but broke, and then look at the bitches who would be dating the dudes who got the money. Like, it is what it is. So, like, it's kind of obvious to see. So I wonder why these guys are going to that extreme. I have a theory about it. Like, even the Bandman Kevo thing. It's all about competition. Like, men conform to the market way better than women conform to the market, right? Men were all about competition. And yes, having resources is attractive, but these people, whether they're in Hollywood, whether they're in, like, say, Miami, or whether they're in the industry, it's a reason why, like, say, they're rumored that Drake had got some, like, at least that's what Joe Budden said. He had done some ab work or whatever. When you have everything and all the people you're competing have everything, that's not a attraction trigger that works for or against you, or it doesn't work for you. I hope I'm making sense. If I show up to motherfucking Newark and I show up in a Rolls Royce, I might not be the most attractive person, but it's like, damn, that's that dude with the Rolls Royce. I'm the only one doing it. If you're in Miami and everybody's rich and everybody got money, so money isn't the thing that sets you apart, which it kind of shows the interesting dynamic about men. We strive to be rare. You know what I mean? That's just what it is. Like, money seems to be the easiest thing or the first thing we try to be rare at. Like, usually people aren't wealthy or ain't got a lot of money. But if you're in these, like, particular subsets of whether it's entertainment or, like, you're in certain cities, like if you're in LA, you see that when everybody got money, people strive even further beyond money to try to separate themselves. All right, cool. Y'all got money, let's see who's hot, in the sense of, like, who's relevant at the time. Then you go further to, like, who looks good, right? And that's my theory. I could be wrong on that, but I only see this happening in place where the majority of men are already wealthy. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Yo, again, I'm going to try to break it down one more time because I've seen some people say they didn't understand me. I think the reason why dudes are getting this surgery is out of pure competition with dudes. You know the saying, women get put on makeup for other women? They're competing. They're competing for the attention of men. And when you are going to be around other pretty women, women want to be, they try to, look the best to attract a guy, right? Or attract the best guy they can. Same with men. However, in these new environments where money isn't as rare as it used to be, right? Like these days, there's the most amount of millionaires that has ever existed in modern times. People who are really wealthy or they're rich, they're millionaires, because I'm not seeing broke niggas do this shit. I'm gonna just be honest with you. Like, I'm just not seeing it. It's the niggas like Bandman Kevo who got all the money. It's Liam Payne, like it's Drake. Like we're not seeing a broke dude who got like an extra 15,000 who could either purchase a used car or get his body done. Say, hey, I'm gonna get my body done. That's not even like, no, right? It's usually a bunch of dudes who, I've always told y'all this. The new Ferrari truck's about to come out. Like, the reason why rappers smash each other's girls, right, is an ego thing. Everybody could afford the same things. That's why, I know this one rapper, he says, if I don't get the Ferrari truck, I don't want it. They all could afford the Ferrari truck. They could all afford the Bentley truck. It's all about kind of one-upping the other person. So how do you one-up a bunch of other people who are now your peers when y'all all got money? Well, Drake did it. I got a jet. Y'all buying cars, I got a jet. Okay, Drake got it. But for the majority of people, that's not how you do it, right? Y'all all buy Ferraris, all buy Lambos and Rolls Royces. How do you do it then? And that's why I always say people start smashing each other's girls, because that gives you the one up on them. You get what I mean? Like, yo, all right, cool. Since we all could get the same cars, the same type of houses, well, now I could get the girl that you either can't get or I could get your girl, right? Shit, I think even Drake has participated in that to a certain extent. I think what kind of heightens that a bit is then, probably look in a certain way. Try to look the most attractive that you can. Because in most other places, men don't worry about how attractive they look to that point. Like, men usually give up on trying to, or not give up, men bypass trying to be as attractive as they can to try to be as successful as they can when you're in an environment where there's no one that's rich. You get what I mean? Anybody who's focusing on themselves and their look too much, we call them niggas gay or metrosexual. Do you get what I'm saying? If there's a dude who takes the train with you every day, goes to work with you every day, and he's all of a sudden doing the most if he keeps himself up too much, he's always worried about his look, you call that nigga gay. Yeah, this nigga's metro, bro. Right? That's how you refer to that individual. Because in that environment, you're supposed to be using all the time you can to get the resources you can. But once you got all the resources, I think I'm making sense. I think some of y'all just don't get it. I'm sorry. I must move on. I think y'all should get it. All right. So anyway, my whole point of saying that was to explain why I believe only Hollywood, singers and actors, and celebrities is only really rich people doing this shit, because that's the only way to stick out. I think the new norm is now becoming that the super rich and wealthy are also really in shape and all have this beach bod. I'm going to be honest with you. That is becoming a new norm in entertainment and of the younger circles. Like, put it like this. I think, obviously Elon Musk older, but if Elon Musk was in his 20s or 30s, that nigga would be looking like Arnold Schwarzenegger. I think he would get the surgery too. Back in the day, it used to be just enough to say, yo, he's a billionaire. Anyway, I think y'all get it. All right. What else should we talk about? There's a bunch of shit. Oh, I got my little listy list here. By the way, if we didn't talk about a topic that you wanted me to talk about, please let me know. By the way, interesting enough, let me get back to my page. Here we go. All right. You know what kind of like amused me in the recent time was this.